Welcome to Jumpstart Business Basics, our webinar training series. I am Coach Niquenya, President and CEO of Building Bridges Consulting and the founder and creator of the Jumpstart Business Basics training series. Today's broadcast is about easy online marketing with social media. And again, I am your trainer, Coach Niquenya, President and CEO of Building Bridges Consulting. Here's what you can expect from today's training: why you should participate in online marketing. We'll talk about some traditional types of marketing. You'll be able to communicate the different types of online marketing, learn the easiest online marketing method available, explore a few different types of social media tools that you can use in your business, develop a simple social media marketing strategy that you can immediately implement in order to see real results in your marketing, and how do you integrate social media marketing with your offline marketing strategies. Finally, we'll wrap up today's training with some additional ideas about how I can help you to grow your business. Before we get started on the training, I do want to tell you a little bit more about me. So again, I'm Coach Niquenya, President and CEO of Building Bridges Consulting. I am also the founder and creator of the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group, which many of you listening to this broadcast and watching this broadcast found this particular training from the group. We are a small business consulting, executive coaching, and corporate training firm. We work with small business owners, aspiring entrepreneurs, and nonprofit startups in order to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you need to be to create a successful, sustainable, and profitable business. In addition to my work as a business coach, a consultant, a trainer, I also am a motivational speaker and an author. You can find many of my titles on Amazon. I specialize in transforming dreamers into successful entrepreneurs. I specifically seek out people who have bigger than life visions, who want to stop wasting time, monetize their talents, and finally generate the business income or revenue that you need in order to grow and sustain your business. I also work with small business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs to connect you to the people, the processes, your passion, as well as your purpose, so that you can be propelled to profit faster than you ever could on your own. So let's get going into the actual nitty-gritty of today's training. Why should you market online? First of all, it's easy. It is so simple. All you need to get started is a computer with internet access. Secondly, it's effective. Everybody I know has a smartphone or a computer or a tablet or some sort of device that's connected to the internet. So you don't even actually need to have a computer to make this work. You just simply need some sort of a device that connects to the internet. And because everybody has access, it's really effective in getting your messaging into the hands of the actual people that you are targeting. It's inexpensive. Again, there's not much you need to get started. When you market online, it's so available, it's so inexpensive. All you need to do is sign up for the different services or the platforms that you desire to use. And there's usually no cost to sign up for the different platforms. We're going to discuss several social media tools, but some of the ones that you might be familiar with are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. In order to register for these services, there's no money down whatsoever. So it's relatively inexpensive to get started marketing online. It also saves time. You don't have to be a master graphic designer or have all of your messaging completely perfect. You can literally just get started without having to go through a whole lot of steps to register for things or go through a whole lot of steps of waiting in order to get materials or anything like that. You don't have to run to the store and purchase cardstock or paper stock. all you need is your PC or smart device that connects to the internet again. And so once you have just that internet connectivity and the device that you're using in order to connect, you can literally get started right then and there. Do it as you need to, when you have time available. You're not constrained whatsoever. You can do it in the middle of the night. You can do it early in the morning, whatever is most convenient to you. So it really does save a lot of time and energy if you are marketing online. You also have access to advanced analytics. And what does that mean? Analytics are ways that you measure your success. You can actually look at the numbers and percentages and other information that may be presented by the tools that you use in order to track how well a particular strategy is doing, so that you can either do more of it or do less of it if it's not working. Try something different. So you can make small changes and tweaks to your process, to your strategy, all along the way to make sure that you're constantly improving. So analytics are really important. Those are simply data that is given to you by the tools that you use to market that allows you to be able to see and track the performance of every strategy that you take a look at. So for instance, if you want to track how many people clicked a specific ad, you would look at your analytics, which again, most platforms that you would use to market online do have something built into the dashboard of the particular platform that allows you to look at that data. And so we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Marketing online allows you to compete with the big box guys. So this is like your Walmart or Amazon or Sears, any of the big stores that you can think of, or the big companies in your particular industry. You can compete on equal footing with those big guys that have massive resources. They have a lot of money. They have a good brand reach. They've established their name in the marketplace. They have great market share. However, you as an independent or small business owner with more limited resources, getting online and putting your business online really puts you on level playing ground with those big box guys, allowing you to have a global reach. From wherever you are, you can access customers. As long as you are specific in your marketing message and know who you are attempting to communicate with online, who your dream customers, your target market is, you can be just as successful, and sometimes even more so than some of the big box guys, because people really do enjoy having those more intimate relationships and conversations with their service providers, their product providers. And so if their local mom and pop can provide them with the services and the products that they need, and they find you online, they're going to be much more likely to patronize your business than a big box guy. So definitely you need to be online. You need to be marketing online, because it's a great way to level the playing field and to not get lost under the weight, the crushing weight of the big box guys and their huge marketing platforms and their brand reach and all of the things that they have the capacity to do because they're just bigger and have more money. So marketing online is definitely a way that a smaller business can begin to win. So let's talk about some traditional types of marketing, the types of marketing that you are probably more familiar with if you've never been down the path of marketing your business online. So these are some things that most people are pretty familiar with. So marketing in general is all about the conversation that you have with potential customers, your prospects. So any type of vehicle that you use in order to convey that message, to deliver your message, this is all considered marketing. Marketing helps you to build awareness around your brand. So in order for people to purchase your products and services, they have to know that you exist. In order for them to know that you exist, you have to tell them. And so you have to know who they are and where they are so that you can actually deliver your message in a way that they are going to not only hear you, but be able to raise their hand, self-select that they are indeed the customers that has the need or want or desire that your particular products and services will meet for them. So your marketing efforts need to be as such that they not only share information about who you are and what you do, but also attract your dream customers. And so marketing helps you to build that awareness about your brand. So traditional marketing is really the most common method of marketing that we're used to. So some traditional types of marketing include things like television or radio commercials, right? I know you know this. Television and radio commercials really account for a lot of the awareness that we have about different products and services, or even events. For those of you who are event planners, conference planners, television and radio are definitely ways that you can get your messaging out to the people who need to hear it. Super Bowl commercials are a biggie, right? We watch Super Bowl every year, and a lot of people tune in, not even for the game, but just to watch the commercials so that we can learn more about the different products and what they're doing. Printed materials like business cards and flyers. Now, I know you're familiar with these. If you've ever been to a networking event, if you've ever had any type of position that required you to have a customer-facing role, then you've probably used business cards. If you've gone to an event, you've probably received a flyer that notified you that the event existed and where it was located. We get sales flyers in the mail all the time. On Sundays, we get our Sunday circulars, and it includes all the flyers for upcoming sales and special offers that may be going on for local businesses. So business cards and flyers and any other printed materials are definitely forms of traditional marketing. Billboards and other signs. Signage absolutely is a great form of marketing, offline marketing, the traditional types of marketing that we use, right? So when you're riding along on the expressway and you see the big, huge billboards on the side of the expressway, those billboards are communicating a marketing message. They're alerting us about a particular product, they're raising awareness about a specific brand, or they're alerting us to something that may be coming up in terms of the event or some sort of a special happening that's going on in our local areas. Sometimes it's just as simple as pointing us to the fact that a business is their exit is coming up on the expressway, right? We've seen those where it says exit 290 or exit 29B in order to visit this particular store or restaurant or whatever it is. So yes, billboards are very effective in doing that. Direct mail, like postcards and even letters. So we've kind of gotten away from this. There's not that many companies that are doing this, which is another reason why we should revisit using direct mail. In fact, the United States Postal Service has a service called Every Door Direct Mail, EDDM. Every Door Direct Mail is a service that allows you to select a specific zip code and tailor your marketing efforts to be filtered for either businesses and residents or just the residences in that particular area. And you can select anywhere from, I think it's as low as 50 pieces all the way up to 500 pieces for a single mail run. And no, it might be 5,000 pieces for a single mail run. And so that's an easy way for you to get your marketing message or flyers or brochures and other promotional mailers. You could send them using Every Door Direct Mail, EDDM, and get them right into the hands of people in a zip code that you are targeting. And you don't even have to know the exact names or addresses of the individuals. Just your zip code would suffice. So that's extremely important if you're a local business with a local reach, or if you're doing an event in a specific area, you can target the zip codes in and around that particular area. So as I said, the traditional marketing, even though a lot of people have strayed away from these types of marketing, they're still very, very effective ways to get your messaging out. Television, radio commercials, your business cards and flyers, billboards and other signage, direct mail, and like postcards and letters. These are all very effective means of marketing. So definitely you should still be using these traditional types of marketing. However, it's time to start looking at a little different type of marketing that has a similar concept, but again, it's easier, it's inexpensive, it's a very low entry in terms of the cost and the time that you have to commit to it, and that is online marketing. So what is online marketing? Also, it's called internet marketing or online advertising, but online marketing refers to any type of advertising or marketing efforts that use the web, the World Wide Web or internet, and email to drive direct sales via electronic commerce, e-commerce, as well as any sales leads that you get from those websites or emails. So that's what online marketing is. It's basically anything that you're doing online, any tool, any strategy, any method that you use to get your company name out to the general public using the internet. That is what online marketing is. So very simple. It's basically every type of way that you use online to get customers. So let's talk about some types of online marketing. The first is email marketing. Email marketing is probably one of the easiest entry points into marketing because everybody has an email address, right? And for the most part, emails are free to register for. So this day and age, you kind of need an email address for almost anything. If you try to register for anything online, it's looking for your email address and wants to communicate with you through your email address, and it wants to confirm who you are when you set up accounts through your email address. And so this is the way that businesses keep in touch with their customers or their prospects through email marketing. So email marketing could be anything from just sending out alerts and special news for and updates for things that are coming up, so that you're continuing to, again, build awareness about your brand and keep on top of your customers' minds or your potential customers' minds. It could also be, of course, sales. Email marketing could include content. You could be content dripping, which we'll talk about that a little bit more. But delivering some type of education or class or workshop or anything like that, that's all considered email marketing. And you can do email marketing from your Gmail account, from your Outlook, or you can sign up for a special service like MailChimp or Constant Contact to help you manage your email even more effectively and also gain access to those critical analytics that get tracked in the background. Remember, we talked about analytics earlier. It's the data about how well your specific campaigns, your marketing campaigns are performing. So using an email marketing tool rather than just your email client. So email client would be just your email platform like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, or Outlook, or if you have an email client that's associated with your particular company in your company's domain, using that client. Whereas an email marketing tool is something like MailChimp or Constant Contact or Entreport, and there's so many others out there. And so these particular marketing tools typically have data analytics built into their dashboards, into their control systems. So you're able to access that information. So email marketing is definitely effective because everyone has an email address or should have an email address, and most of us check it quite often, and we're looking for things that we want to know about or be informed of, and just it's a great way to get information out there directly to your customers. Content marketing, which I mentioned as I was talking about email marketing, because one of the ways you can deliver content marketing is through email. That's not the only way, though. Content marketing is any type of marketing that is delivered to your customers or prospects that educates them or provides them information about a particular subject. And of course, that subject needs to be related to your business. So for instance, if you are an auto mechanic, you might be developing content that includes information that educates your potential customers about how often they should service their gas, or 5 things they should look for to know that it's time to service their engine, or anything like that that's actually educating your customer or your potential customer. So the first type of content marketing is your website in general. Everybody who is a business owner, an entrepreneur, should have a website. Now, I know a lot of people try to get around that by either using a web page, a profile page from another entity, like Facebook has business pages, fan pages. LinkedIn, you have your own profile page. There's sites like About.me, which help you to create an online presence that kind of just gives you a profile. However, those particular profiles, they're not owned by you. So if that company, the bigger company that's allowing you to have a profile on their site, if they go out of business, then you no longer have access to that online real estate. And so you want to have your own website that's dedicated to your business. And as a business owner, that is the best way to make sure that you are seen as a professional and a leader in your industry. So your website is your first line of defense in content marketing, because you can put all the information about your business, especially the important details such as who you are, what you do, who you serve, where you're located, how you serve them, whether you deliver services completely online or you have an actual physical location, the address of that location, phone numbers, email address, any of the ways that they need to contact you or request a quote, and then any additional information that you would want to put on there that would be important to the customer. So this is, again, your first line of defense in content marketing, your website. So if you think about all of the brick and mortar mom and pop shops that decided to wait and not take their businesses online, not develop a web presence by establishing a website, a lot of them got left behind, because here's what happens when you don't have a website for your business. In this day and age, again, I said it already, most people have access to the internet in the palm of their hands using their smartphone or tablet or other mobile device, where when they have a need or want or desire something that they want access to, the first thing they do is turn to their smart device and look it up on the internet. What is it that they want? So if they're looking for a restaurant, they might do restaurants near me, or if they're looking for an auto mechanics near me, and a list of only those businesses that have an online presence will pop up. And so if you're not online, you miss the opportunity to gain access to that potential customer that was specifically seeking you out. And so a lot of times what I'm finding that happens is that businesses are losing out on customers who attempt to find something local to them that meets their needs. Because you're not listed, that consumer is traveling 5 to 10 miles further than your location that might have been just across the street from them, simply because you weren't online. And that's a shame. So definitely you need a website. It's your first line of defense and your first piece of content marketing. Secondly, your blog. Almost everyone has a blog, and if you're not a writer, that's okay. There are ways to get information into your blog to share with your prospects or with your customers. There's a lot of ways that you can get around it, but a blog is simply list of short articles or kind of like a conversation that you're having with your prospective customers or your actual customers, existing customers, to inform them of different things. So people put things like the questions that they've received. So they may do a long, extended response to the questions within their blog, and they may find out that there's a particular topic that their customers are interested in, and so they may write all about that particular topic. So again, if I go back to my auto mechanic example, if your services, of course, are actually fixing and maintaining vehicles. However, in order to raise awareness of your brand and establish yourself as an expert in your field, you may use a blog to communicate to your prospective customers the knowledge that you have, and by providing them with a little bit of information that they can use to fix some immediate problems or to raise their awareness about issues that they may have, so that they're more likely to seek you out for your services. So again, as an auto mechanic, you might write about the top 5 things you need to check for to know that your engine needs to be serviced, or the top 3 things that what happen if you don't get a regular oil change, or the 2 ways that you can save money on gas, or whatever it may be that is something that would be of value to your customers to know, but would also alert them about your brand and give them incentive to track you down and use your products and services rather than the next auto mechanic, because you took the time to actually educate them with content in your blog. Articles. So again, blog can include articles, but you can also just have articles in general that you can publish on your website or publish on other websites. When I first started my business over 20 years ago, one of the things that I did first was start writing articles, because this was actually before blogs were really a thing. There were community boards, message boards, things like that, bulletin boards, but there wasn't the concept of blogging just yet. But what there were websites that were kind of like article farms, article aggregators, like e-zine articles, and there were a number of other ones where they were looking for content that you could submit for free and just help raise awareness about yourself and your business. And they would publish these articles and also have them available for republish and reprinting by others who might be interested in that information and sharing it with their networks, with the caveat that they have to include your author bylines. And so I did that. I used e-zine articles and a few others, some of which don't even exist anymore. And some of them actually paid out a little bit of money, so I was able to do like a revenue share for any of the advertisement that was shown in conjunction with my articles for those specific keywords that were being typed in. And so articles is a great way that you can use in order to provide content to your customers or your prospects so that they learn more about your brand, as well as they understand that you are an expert, a leader in your industry. And so I definitely did that. I wrote a lot of articles and shared them, and that led to free PR, basically, free public relations. So media outlets contacted me because they liked what I said about a specific topic, and so they wanted to expand on my opinion in either an article that was published in the newspaper or on an actual news story that appeared on television. And so I received a lot of press in that way. So definitely articles is a great way to communicate content, to deliver content to your customers. Search engine marketing. Search engine marketing sounds really scary, but it's so much simpler than what people make it, okay? Search engine marketing is simply using your website, your online presence, in a way that is strategic. And strategic just means that you're taking intentional actions to make something happen. So your intentional actions should lead your potential customers to finding your website, to finding your web presence, to finding your content, right? So what you're doing is thinking about what are the keywords or phrases that someone would search for? What are the actual words or phrases someone would type into a search engine like Google, like AOL, like Yahoo, like Bing, MSN Bing? What would they type in to find a product or service similar to yours? So that is what search engine marketing is. So for instance, if I go back to my auto mechanic example, say that auto mechanic is in Chicago, something that I might look for as a user or as the person who is seeking out those types of services, I might type in Chicago auto mechanic. And so that keyword phrase is something that I would want to target in my search engine marketing. And so the intentional actions, the strategy that you have to take in order to make that happen is called search engine marketing. So there's two types of search engine marketing. The first is organic. Organic means that you don't pay for it. It happens naturally, okay? And so this natural organic search engine marketing happens just because of the content that you use and the way you deliver it, okay? So again, if you're an auto mechanic, using words that are all about auto mechanics throughout your website and throughout every piece of content that you deliver is what's going to affect your organic listings. So again, if I think about when I first started off 20 years ago, I was not a business coach, I was a life coach. And at that time, as a general life coach, there were very few other life coaches, definitely in the world, but especially in my locale. So I live in Chicago, and so I targeted the keyword phrase Chicago Life Coach. And so wherever I mentioned anything about what I was doing, I would also include the keyword phrase Chicago Life Coach. And if there was an opportunity to actually list the keyword phrase in the dashboard or the metadata for something, then I would put in Chicago Life Coach. When I first started my LinkedIn page, my URL was Chicago Life Coach. So is my Skype. My Skype is still Chicago Life Coach. And so I targeted that particular phrase, and everywhere you saw my information, it said Chicago Life Coach. So guess what happened if someone typed Chicago Life Coach into a search engine? I would pop up, and I achieved first page Google results for several years in a row under that particular tagline, Chicago Life Coach, wherever I used it. And so that is what organic search engine marketing is. It's not paid, it's happening naturally because of the way that you use your keywords or keyword phrases and the way that you structure it within the content that you're delivering. The second way is through paid search, pay-per-click, pay-per-view, pay-per-download. There's like a million different paid search options. And so that's where you actually have a sponsored listing within the search engine results. So if you notice, if you go to Google and you type in a search for any keyword phrase, at the top of the listings you'll see about 3 paid or sponsored listings, and then off to the side, in the sidebar, you'll see some additional advertisements, and then you may see some more at the bottom of the page. Those are paid search. So why is paid search important? It's because you're given a premium spot on the page, and your listing is popping up before all of the other listings. You're given that top listing, and it's great to have a combination of both the paid listings as well as the organic listings. So if you show up once in the paid listing, but also show up in the actual search results again because of your organic search engine marketing, those two things working together actually make it more likely for someone to click on your particular business, because the number of times that they're seeing your name pop up is building awareness in their minds and causing them to psychologically take action toward your particular company, your business, your brand, because you've raised that awareness through the number of times that they've actually seen you pop up. And so there's certain keywords that I use that I know I pop up multiple times in the organic listing alone. And if I add paid search engine marketing on top of that, that just totally exponentially grows the likelihood or the chance that a prospect would click on my information, because they're seeing it so many times, it must be relevant to what they're doing. So our last type of online marketing that we're going to spend extensive time talking about through the rest of this particular training is social media marketing, because social media marketing is awesome. So let's go ahead and get started in talking about the easiest online marketing method. We talked about email marketing, content marketing, search engine marketing, but the easiest, absolute greatest by far online marketing tool is social media. Social media includes websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. So let me say that again. These are websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. So when we talk about networking, networking is really just a communication, right? It's a conversation. You're connecting with someone, building relationship to have a conversation. Marketing is the conversation that you're having, helping to raise awareness about your brand for that particular customer or prospect, right? And so when you enable users, prospective customers, to create and share content, you're actually taking some of the pressure off yourself to be a great marketer. You just need to establish a platform, a space where they can come together as a community and start to build those relationships, the networking portion of it, and allow you to deliver your marketing message, to communicate with them, to have those conversations with them. And so that's why social media is so powerful, because everybody's using it, from grandmas to young kids. We are all using social media. Schools are using it. Companies are using it. Everyone is recognizing what a powerful tool it is to get a lot of different things done. Again, grandmothers are using it to communicate with grandchildren, to see pictures, etc. Career transitioners are using it to find jobs. Companies are using it to answer questions and respond for customer service purposes. Brands in general are using it to raise awareness about their brands. And everyday people are just using it to connect all day long and share information and content. And so it's an excellent, excellent tool, and by far the easiest type of online marketing, because it's just so easy. You don't need a website to do it, but again, remember I said everybody who's a business owner needs a website. But to get started, if you're really in the bare bones beginning and just starting to establish your brand, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur and want to test things out, you don't need a website right off the bat to start with social media. You don't need a complete business. As I said, if you're a newbie entrepreneur, an aspiring entrepreneur, if you're just getting started, just getting the wheels turning, if you don't even know what your business name will be yet, social media is the perfect starting point, because there's so many different things you can use it for in order to start to build your brand and to start to drum up the excitement about your business. You basically just sign up and go. It's really that easy. You register for that particular social media platform, you put in the information, and you just go. And a lot of the information you put in initially, you can change later. So you're not married to anything except for maybe your username. But a lot of the social media platforms have even gotten so sophisticated that they allow you to change that information. So you can think about it a little bit, put in the name that you think you'll use, but oftentimes you'll be able to change it later, so you don't have to be so worried about it. But definitely, it's just a sign up and go process. So it's just easy. But I will say this, you still need a strategy. You have to have a plan. Remember, a strategy is an intentional action or set of actions that you are implementing to produce a particular outcomes. You're looking for a specific result. So a strategy is simply those intentional actions, the plan that you create in order to achieve a specific result. So you still have to have a strategy. You just can't put up a web page or a social media profile. You can't just put up a social media profile and just expect things to happen, because it's not going to happen unless you actually do something. And the something that you do really has to be for a specific reason. It has to be intentional. So I hear a lot of times from customers, from my clients actually, who say that they don't know why their social media isn't working for them. They put up a post every 2 weeks or whatever, and they basically are just trying to sell their product that way. They put up a buy this, go to this link and buy that, and that's all they're doing. That's not a strategy. That's really not. That's just activity, mindless activity with no clear direction. So you have to have a plan. So what are some tools out there? I'll go through the top tools, and I'll just briefly discuss them. You can look at each one of these on your own. I definitely encourage you to go and take a look at each one of these social media tools, but I'm going to walk through them just a little bit. You have a general overview of what they are and how you might use them. So Facebook. Facebook is by far the most popular social media platform right now. And I say right now because this could literally change tomorrow. Because if you're like me, maybe about 8 or 9 years ago, the most popular platform was not Facebook, it was MySpace. And there was something else before MySpace, so things are always changing. So right now, Facebook is by far the most popular. Everybody's on it. So Facebook is a platform that just helps you to easily connect with friends and family. But beyond friends and family, you also can connect with potential customers, companies, businesses. Everybody's on it. Literally everybody is on it. So Facebook is a more informal way of networking, doing social networking online. The expectations from users is not at all what I would consider a professional expectation, unless you have a company page or a fan page specifically for your business. And so a lot of people stray away from using Facebook because they say, oh, there's a lot of craziness that goes on there, etc. Yes, craziness does occur on Facebook. However, again, if you have a strategy, a plan, if you are doing something intentional for a specific action, for a specific outcome, you're taking intentional action to achieve an intentional outcome, then the way you use Facebook will actually dictate how people interact with you. So you don't have to see all the mess. Perfect example, my husband is a social butterfly. He's connected to some of everybody, all his friends, and he has a lot of friends all over the place. And his Facebook experience is much different than my Facebook experience, because my Facebook experience, yes, I connect with friends, yes, I connect with family, but I'm primarily on Facebook to promote my business. And so because I'm using it for business, the communications that I have on my private page, my personal page, as well as the communications that I have within my groups and within my fan page, my actual business fan page, are all professional. And so the way people interact with me, because they see how I interact, how I display information and convey information, I don't see all the craziness. No one is sending me crazy messages or inboxes or what have you. No one is putting insane posts on my page because I treat my Facebook a little differently. On the other hand, my husband's Facebook page, he gets all kinds of crazy stuff, and he welcomes it, though, because that's what he's there for. He's there to have fun, and he likes to see all the fun and crazy and ratchet things that may be going on. And he'll ask me, did you see such and such? Did you see this video? Did you see this picture? Did you see this meme? And I'm like, no, because I don't see that stuff because of the way that I use Facebook. So you don't have to be afraid of Facebook. You can set up privacy options. You can set up to block users if you find that someone is really abusive, to the way that you want to use it. You don't have to accept them as a friend. You can accept who you want. And so Facebook, if you're on any social media platform at all, this is the one that you almost have to be on as a business owner, okay? Facebook, everybody's on it. It's just very easy access to your friends, family, and potential customers, as well as it allows you to build community. So I did mention Facebook groups. I have a group. In fact, I will invite you to that group at the end, but my group is called the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group. And that group is for anyone who is a small business owner, aspiring entrepreneur, or a nonprofit startup, and you're looking for more information about how to improve your operations, how to build a successful, sustainable, and profitable business. Then you come into that group, and I deliver free training. I give you access to special offers and ways that you can work with me as your coach. I answer questions, and each of the members kind of share, and they ask questions and share resources and upcoming events and other trainings that even I'm not actually hosting. So you can build a community like that where you have just easy access to potential clients. And so Facebook is excellent for that. So I definitely advise you, if you get on any platform at all, make sure that Facebook is at the top of your list. Secondly, we have Twitter. Now, Twitter is a micro-blogging platform. What does that mean? So every time you post on Twitter, it's limited to 140 characters. That's it, that's all. 140 characters. Now, they have made some changes that allow it to be a little bit more flexible, because once upon a time, that 140 characters also included any URLs that you might have linked to within your post. Now they allow the URL link to be separate and not included in that 140 character count. And so you have 140 characters to communicate whatever it is that you're going to communicate to your audience. Twitter is an excellent tool to deliver short information, to raise awareness, to get people to visit a particular site, or just basically quick hit information. So one of the ways that I use Twitter is I'll post a blog on my website. So that's my content marketing, right? So I'll have a blog post, a new article posted in my blog on my website, and I might have a short description of that particular blog, or even just the title. If the title of the blog post is descriptive enough of the content, then I will take the blog post title or the description of the title, put that in my 140 character tweet, add the URL that links directly back to that blog post, and maybe a couple of hashtags. If you don't know what a hashtag is, that is the number sign, okay, that looks like the tic-tac-toe. The number sign, that's a hashtag, followed by a keyword, okay? So the number sign followed by a keyword, no spaces in between, and that becomes the hashtag. So I might say hashtag entrepreneurs or hashtag small biz, so that anyone who clicks on that hashtag or is doing a search for that particular keyword or phrase within Twitter, they can easily find this content. And so I'll have blog title or the description of the blog, the hashtags that I'm going to use, and the URL that links to the blog. And that all goes into my 140 character tweet. And so Twitter is also good, in addition to sharing information in that way. It's good to find influencers, so people in your industry who are doing what you do or who you're aspiring to, or people who you want to build a relationship with, who could then help you to grow your business. So if you're looking for a mentor, or if you're looking for sponsorships, or if you're looking for someone to notice your brand, who could help you to collaborate in some way, so that your information, your brand is getting shared to their followers, to the people who they lead, then you want to use Twitter to connect with influencers. So I do that all the time by retweeting their stuff or going into their inboxes and giving them a high five, a virtual high five about something that they did, reposting their content or tweeting at them. And so there's lots of ways you can use Twitter. So Twitter is another great platform. Facebook, Twitter, and then next we have Instagram. Instagram is a little newer. It's been around for a couple of years now, but it allows you to share pictures and now video. It used to be just pictures, but now it's pictures and video. And you can put a caption on the pictures. You can also use hashtags. By the way, you can also use hashtags in Facebook as well. Facebook actually bought out Instagram. And so now when you do Facebook, especially if you're using their Facebook ad tool from Facebook, from your Facebook business page, you can integrate it with Instagram and allow the ad to show up in both places. And by the way, a lot of these social media tools do cross in some way. They allow you to link in some way. So a lot of times you can share a post from one platform to another, even if they're not related at all. They allow you to do that. So I know Facebook kind of hooks up with Twitter. You can post something from Facebook directly to Twitter. Same goes with Instagram. You can have something on Instagram that goes to Facebook or goes to Twitter or both. So yeah, they all allow you to share in between the platforms for the most part. But Instagram is great. In that, again, it allows you to share pictures and videos. You can do short video clips. I think it's 15-second videos, although I've seen some longer ones. So that may be due to some apps or other things that you could download to help you to create the longer videos. But I know that you can do at least 15-second videos, and a lot can be communicated in 15 seconds. Think about commercials. Commercials are usually 30 seconds, and some of them seem super long. So you can share pictures and video. And it's owned by Facebook. Pinterest allows you to pin pictures on interest boards. So typically you would have a category of things. You can create your own categories. So for instance, I have on my Pinterest, when I was preparing for my wedding colors were purple and gray. Or silver gray. So I had a board that was called Purple Inspiration, and basically every time I came across a picture of something purple, some purple decor, purple bridesmaids dresses, purple flowers, anything that was within the family of purple that looked like it would be something that would inspire my wedding decor, I would pin it to that interest board. I also had an interest board called Books I Want to Read. So if I saw a book cover somewhere being advertised, I would pin it to my interest board. Pinterest allows you to download a add-on into your web browser. So like if you have a web browser like Chrome, you can actually download the Pinterest add-on to the web browser, and it will allow you to have their big P, their big red P symbol show up in your toolbar. So as you're browsing the web, you can just simply click on it and it will allow you to pin it, or any image that you see once you have Pinterest actually downloaded onto your web browser. You can hover over pictures and it will allow you to pin directly through a pop-up fetch will show up on there. And so Pinterest is great for organizing data, for creating an aggregated list of something in a particular keyword area. So it's amazing for a lot of things like that. I know one individual took a Pinterest board and collected all of the marketing infographics that they could find, and every time they ran across another infographic that was about marketing, they would pin it to that particular board. And so that was a great tool for him to use to capture that particular data. Google Plus is a social sharing platform owned by Google. So I thought that Google Plus would take off more than it has, but unfortunately people are not using it to its full potential. I urge you to use Google Plus, not necessarily as a social sharing platform, because yes, that is what it's there for, but people aren't networking on it per se. But because it is owned by Google, guess what happens? You get ranked fairly highly within the search engine results for particular keywords. So for instance, it wasn't too long ago, maybe about a year ago, I wrote a blog post about success in entrepreneurship. And because of that blog post being shared, much the same way as I shared it to Twitter, I shared that blog post to Google Plus using the hashtags and the URL, the link back to it, and the description of the particular blog post that was about success. And one of the hashtags was success. I was alerted by a friend of mine, an associate of mine, that I was on first page Google results for the word success. Now, if you think about that, that is major because everybody is talking about success, right? How many people could possibly be talking about success? There are millions, more than likely, who are talking about success in some way. For me to show up in first page Google results for the keyword success, that's huge. And I was just below the actual post for Success magazine. So top of the list on first page Google results. But that post that showed up there was the one that was listed on Google Plus. Now, why is that? Because Google Plus is owned by Google, so they can put that wherever they want. They can allow it to actually take precedent on other information that's there because it's their own platform. So yes, absolutely use Google Plus, if for nothing more than to help you to establish that search engine marketing piece. YouTube is also owned by Google. It's a video platform. So you create videos and you share those videos on YouTube. They can be any link. Most videos I watch are between 5 minutes and a half hour. Some videos are 60 minutes. This particular broadcast will be turned into a video that will then be shared on YouTube where you can access it and watch it later. So YouTube is excellent platform because since it is owned by Google, guess what? It is again ranked very highly in the search engine. And in fact, videos is one of the fastest growing social media platforms because there are over 3 million people watching and downloading videos every single day. That is a huge community of prospects that you can tap in to share your marketing efforts. So definitely YouTube, amazing. If you have not gotten into video, that is a great introduction to video, especially since they are owned by Google and ranked by Google. Snapchat is another newer platform. It's starting to gain traction. It allows you to share video, image, and chat. However, I will say that Snapchat is a little more informal. Again, kind of like Facebook is informal, Snapchat is a little more informal and sometimes silly. But it's a great platform, especially if you're a comedian or someone who has something eccentric that they want to share. It works best for those types of brands. If you can find a unique way to engage your audiences using Snapchat and all the silliness that goes on there, then absolutely take advantage of it. Vine is another short form video platform. It's another social networking platform that specifically uses video. And so with Vine, I see a lot of short, silly videos. Or for those who have more serious businesses, consultants, coaches, authors, what I've seen people do is answer questions or give a quick tip, something like that, and that takes the form of a short video. LinkedIn. If you are a business owner and you are not on LinkedIn, then you are truly missing out. So this is where all professional networking happens. LinkedIn is specifically for business to business, business to customer, customer to business interactions, okay? It's for those who are networking and doing it seriously. So if you are a business owner, you absolutely should be on LinkedIn. If I had to say 3 absolute places that you should be in, I would say LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google+. Going beyond that, I would say Twitter and YouTube are absolute must. But Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn, you should absolutely be on. LinkedIn allows you to create this professional profile. Your profile will have information about who you are, what you do, who you do it for. It allows you to put your core competencies, your strengths, the things that you're really good at, and people can actually co-sign it. They can rate and recommend you. You can create customer feedback recommendations on there. You can also get introduced to influencers. There's a lot of things that you can do on LinkedIn. So you should absolutely have a professional profile on LinkedIn. I think at one time they had took away the company profiles, but I think they may have brought that back. Don't quote me on that. But if they have that back, then go ahead and definitely set up your company profile as well. And so I actually have both because I was one of the lucky ones that did skirt in before they started messing around with the company stuff. So I do have one for my company as well as my professional profile for myself. So yes, get on LinkedIn, take full advantage of it, and there's all sorts of strategies that are dedicated just to maximizing your potential on LinkedIn. So in fact, I'll probably do a training on LinkedIn specifically in the upcoming weeks, so stay tuned for that. So here's a simple social media strategy to get you started. First, you need to think about your business products and services. Are they informational? Are they visual? Informational, of course, will be they're more educational. You're really focused on the content, the words of it. Visual will be more images or video. Which is it? Then secondly, you want to consider your customers. Who are they? What do they do? Why do they do what they do? And where do they go? Eat, sleep, work, play. So who are your customers? Like, who are your dream customers? Where are they? How can you actually find them? Okay, so first, think about your business products and services. Second, consider who your customers are. Third, which social media platform makes the most sense for your offers, the products and services that you have to offer, and your customers. So you have to take both into consideration, both what are your offers, whether they're informational or visual, and who your customers are, how they eat, sleep, work, play. Okay? Armed with that information, you can then make the determination of which social media platforms make the most sense to your business. People ask me all the time, okay, there's so many social media platforms, because the ones that I mentioned today are just some of the social media platforms that are out there. There's so many more, okay? But I just wanted to give you a brief overview of some of the top ones that you might consider. There's many, many more. So you really have to take into consideration the type of products and services that you have to offer and who you're trying to reach with those products and services, and then determine which of the platforms make the most sense. So for instance, if you're informational, then blogging is going to be critical for you. So you want to focus on Twitter, you want to focus on Facebook, of course, you want to focus on LinkedIn, you want to focus on Google+, because these allow you to really share information very easily. If it's visual, you're using images or video, then you want to definitely look at any of the platforms that are pointed to images or video, like Snapchat, like Instagram, like YouTube, like Vine, okay? Once you have made that decision, create and automate your content. But it must be relevant. What do I mean by relevant? Relevant means that it has to actually do with your business and the products and services that you offer, and it's going to be of value to your customers. So if you are an ice cream store, an ice cream shop, right? It does not make sense for you to talk about pets unless you sell pet ice cream. So it has to be relevant. It has to make sense for your audience. So only talk about things that pertain to your business and are specific to the products and services that you offer, specifically to the customers that you offer them to. So relevant content, create and automate. There's so many different ways that you can automate content. You can use tools like Hootsuite. There's many different others, and they all have analytics built into them as well. And then you want to evaluate your progress, and that's, again, where the analytics come from. So Hootsuite, again, has a tool built into their dashboard. Facebook has a dashboard. So if you have a fan page, you can't do it from your personal profile, but if you have an actual business fan page, you can check your analytics for that fan page from the business dashboard, from the fan page dashboard. Also, there's websites like Gridix, and there's a number of different websites that you can go to evaluate your progress. So you should be tracking to see what's working, what types of hashtags are working, what posts work, what was performing well, so that you can make decisions about what you can do more of. So very simple social media strategy, makes it easy for you. Just think about your products and services, consider who your customers are, and then decide what makes the most sense in terms of which platforms you should use that is going to best represent your customers and the products and services that you want to offer them. Then create and automate your content. Automate, 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 because it helps you to save time, okay? Now, how do you integrate your online marketing with your offline marketing? Because you should be doing both. You should absolutely be doing both. So first, your marketing efforts, I must say, they have to be cohesive. Cohesive means that, you should be doing both, but not only be doing both, you should be doing the exact same thing in both areas. So whatever you do online, you should be doing offline, and vice versa. The two different communications shouldn't look different. They should mirror one another. So if you're running a sale and you're calling the sale the red hot dot sale offline on your flyers, then online on your website and in any social media, you should be also calling it the red hot dot sale, and it should be the same timeline and everything. The only difference that I would say is that you can run special online sales or take additional percentages off or whatever it is because someone orders online, just because it's easier. You don't have to have a person facing in order to actually do that. But whatever you do online, do offline, vice versa. Always think about the big picture. That means your mission and your vision. What are you hoping to achieve? What is your end result? What is the impact that you're looking to make? Keep that in mind as you make decisions about what marketing you're going to do. So when you think about what I'm going to do offline, what I'm going to do online, think about what the outcome you're looking for, and make sure that every marketing effort that you do, both online and offline, that not only that it matches, not only that it's cohesive, not only that you're mirroring each of the communications in both places, but that they're also taking into consideration the end results that you're trying to achieve, that you are working towards your mission and vision by doing these things. And keeping in mind relevancy and consistency. Again, it must be relevant. If it has nothing to do with your business, nothing to do with the customers that you're serving, nothing to do with your products and services, then it should not appear in your social media. Again, that's why I'm able to control my Facebook presence and the way people interact with me, because I stay very consistent and relevant in the content that I share, in the way that I network. Am I ever silly sometimes on my personal page? Absolutely, because I do want people to know that I'm human and not a robot. And so, yes, sometimes I share something personal, but I always keep it professional. I always use language that is going to put me in a positive light. And the companies that succeed and succeed well, they do the same thing. Their leadership mirrors the leadership of their company, the goals and objectives, the values and beliefs of their company, not just on the company page, not just in their community groups, but also on their personal pages as well. And so you definitely want to make sure that you are being brand consistent and you are keeping relevant with everything that you're trying to share. So let's talk about how I can help you. So again, I am a business coach. I specifically work with small business owners, aspiring entrepreneurs, and nonprofit startup leaders, and of course some other organizations as well when it comes to training. But specifically when it comes to coaching, I look for people who have bigger than life visions, who want to stop wasting time, monetize their talents, and finally generate the income that their business ideas, their concepts truly deserve. And so I partner with small business owners, aspiring entrepreneurs, and nonprofit startups to bridge the gap between wherever you are right now and where you need to be to create a successful, sustainable, and profitable business. Okay, I look to help you to gain access to your passion, your purpose, the people, and the processes that you need to succeed in the global marketplace. So I help you to start or grow your small business, develop a viable social media plan, one that works, help you to set clear goals and objectives, evaluate and make important business decisions, overcome challenges and obstacles, and regain clarity, focus, control, and peace of mind. As a business owner, you probably look towards entrepreneurship so that you can have more control, that you can have more freedom over what you want to do in your life, right? But what I found is that so many business owners fail to actually free their time. They fail to actually take control over their lives because they're overwhelmed by the learning curve associated with entrepreneurship, and they're overwhelmed by the excess information out there. They don't know what to do to take the next step in their business. And so I specialize in transforming dreamers into successful entrepreneurs. That is my mission. Building Bridges Consulting is a small business consulting, executive coaching, and corporate training firm that transforms businesses, transforms entrepreneurs, dreamers, people with bigger than life visions into successful entrepreneurs. And so I want to do that for you. I want to give you that opportunity. And so what you can do is contact me for a coaching program. Your coaching program will help you to identify any alternative income streams. You could potentially write an effective business plan if that's where your focus is. You will learn how to attract and retain your dream customer, because that is a big issue for so many of the business owners that I've dealt with. They say that they need money, but the real issue is that you need to make sales, and in order to make the sales, you need your to be able to attract and retain your dream customer. So that's something I talk about with you, and we focus on that. We make sure that you're increasing your income, because what I find is that so many business owners, especially those in the beginning, they don't know how to price themselves, and often are pricing way too low. And so I want to make sure that you are armed with the knowledge and the tools you need to be able to increase your income, to establish the value so that your dream customers will see it and, again, raise their hands, self-select that they are indeed the person with the want, need, or desire that your particular products and services will meet for them, but also they're willing and able to pay for your services or your products. I'll help you to start or grow your business. So if you're a new business, if you don't even know what type of business you want to start, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, I help you. If you are already in business, an existing business owner, and you're looking to take your business to the next level, to grow your operations, then you are also perfect. And I do so much more than that. So whatever it is that is your particular dream, I help you to build the strategic plan, again, the intentional actions that will help you to achieve that outcome. So what you can do is book your free business breakthrough strategy session. This is the way that every client comes through first. This is your first interaction with me outside of training or outside of the accountability group, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But you book your free business breakthrough strategy session. In that session, which is 30 minutes long via Skype, that could be video or it could be just audio. You don't have to feel pressured to be on video. You can choose to just do the phone portion only. So no worries there. That's open to anyone in the world. I've run an international business. I have clients in Jamaica, in India, in the United States, all over the United States, from Houston to New York to California to Florida, and of course in Chicago, Virginia, etc., Atlanta. I have clients everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you are or what time zone, we will find a perfect time for you to have your 30-minute Skype chat with me. During that call, we will clarify your vision, define goals, uncover hidden challenges, and develop a next step action plan. My goal, my hope for you is that by the end of the call, you will have greater clarity and focus and know exactly what your next step should be in order to build your business to profitability. All you need to do is visit bit.ly/bookfree-now. bit.ly/bookfree-now. That will take you to my online scheduling tool. You will be able to book an appointment right there. You can choose up to 3 slots. If the scheduling tool is closed for any reason, which sometimes is closed for vacation purposes, etc., if it's closed, it still will give you a link that will allow you to send me a message and just let me know what your schedule looks like, and I'll contact you to set up something within the next week. So just give me your schedule for the next 7 to 10 business days and we'll set something up. But you can go ahead and schedule now. Okay, you can also join me in my next training. This Jumpstart Business Basics webinar series is actually a part of a larger training series called the Jumpstart Business Basics Training Series. So it includes not only these free webinars, but also free lunch and learns that happen bi-monthly, as well as a bi-monthly live training. So the live trainings happen every other month at my Skokie, Illinois training facility within the Quality Training Institute. This is located in the Illinois Science and Technology campus in Skokie. And the next training is on Thursday, June 15th. Thursday, June 15th, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Jumpstart Business Basics, Creating Customer Loyalty. So we'll be talking all about how you can not only attract and retain your dream customers, but keep them for the long haul, because it costs so much more to get a new customer than it is to just get an existing customer to buy again. So we want to make sure that not only are you attracting and getting those new customers, but also that your existing customers are staying with you, being loyal, and turning into brand ambassadors for your business, evangelists for your business, who then turn around and recruit new customers for you. Because if you can turn your existing customer base into brand advocates, people who actually refer business to you, then your marketing efforts are even reduced, are less time consuming, less costly to you, because they're doing the work for you. Who doesn't want that, right? So you can turn your customers into employees without having to pay them. And in fact, they're paying you. So that's awesome. Our live trainings always include networking, the learning, which is a full day of power-packed learning. You will learn everything you need to know to create customer loyalty and walk out the door with a plan specific to your business. We include food. So yes, you will get your meals. You will have lunch. You will also have snacks and beverages throughout the day. And we are going to have fun. In every one of my live trainings, we have fun. So definitely show up so that we can show out, okay? Just go to bit.ly/JSC Loyalty. JS for Jumpstart, C for customer, and then the whole word loyalty. bit.ly/JSC Loyalty. And that will allow you to register. You'll also get an email at the conclusion of this particular training, if you have pre-registered for it, that will allow you to register online. If you are watching this broadcast from YouTube or another location, then just check the description and you will see additional information that allows you to sign up for either this training or any upcoming Jumpstart Business Basics training series class if this one has passed at the time that you are watching. So definitely check the description so that you can get the most up-to-date information about our next live training. But right now, at the time of this recording, our next session is on Thursday, June 15th, Quality Training Institute in Skokie from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. We will be talking about creating customer loyalty. We'll have networking, learning, food, fun. Register at bit.ly/JSC Loyalty, or again, check the description for the most update information about the next live training. Finally, if you have questions, concerns, anything, the best place to reach me to get immediate access to me and pick my brain is within the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group that is run on Facebook. So join me in that group. You are welcome. You are invited. This is your invitation. You will get to network with like-minded entrepreneurs. You will get your burning questions answered, whatever those questions are. I often go on live and do a live Q&A, but you're welcome to post on the group wall at any time to ask questions, share your wins. I'm excited to learn how you're growing your business. If you've published a book, if you have an upcoming event, things like that, we want to know. So you're welcome to share that information. We don't invite spammers, so no spamming the group wall, but to share news, share your wins, to share your triumphs, to ask questions, to share resources. So if there's a tool that you've used that you found helpful in your business, you can share that tool. I often share tools and resources that will be helpful to you in your business. We have a book club that was recently launched, so you're welcome to join the book club, grab a copy of whatever book we're reading, and follow along with us. Join us for our weekly book club session where we discuss the particular part of the book that we have read for that week and answer any questions and just learn from the content within the books. Also, of course, you'll access more free training like this one, and I deliver all of the special offers first. Any new announcements, any upcoming events or trainings, all that information gets announced within this group first. You get absolute first access to that information within the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group. So join me there. You can visit bit.ly/designyourdreambiz, bit.ly/designyourdreambiz. Again, that information will also be included in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. So definitely check the description or the comments so that you can get this information as well. So that's it. We are done for today. Feel free to connect with me in the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group. But we are definitely done for today. Until next time, this is Coach Niquenya, President and CEO of Building Bridges Consulting, the founder and creator of the Design Your Dream Biz Training and Accountability Group, looking forward to helping you to transform your vision, your dreams into a successful venture as an entrepreneur. Have a great day.